Hello everyone, good morning. So today is the 9th of November and I'm up quite a lot earlier than I usually would be. So the time right now is 8:38 and I've got my first midterm due in today at 9 o'clock. Now I had like about a week to do it, but I always submit midterms literally right before they're due. Any exam, any homework, all the time. Don't know why, it's just a habit that I have, which is probably not the best habit because now I have to wake up really early. The time, as you saw right now, is 8 something. I've been awake since about 7 o'clock trying to do all the final touches to the midterm. I scanned it and I uploaded it now. Hopefully it should be okay. I know I made a lot of mistakes in this one. I guessed so many answers. It was just so incredibly hard and there were so many marks in this test as well, but it's meant to be pass or fail, so because of the nature of the exam I guess that's okay, and it's supposed to basically cancel our 2 lowest homework grades, so that's why I'm kind of chilled about not knowing every single answer because it's only pass or fail. So hopefully I will pass this one and I'm going to submit my exam now. Yay, so I've submitted my midterm exam. I've actually already had one midterm already, that was a few weeks ago, and basically last week was reading week and now we're starting back with classes again. So I've actually got 2 midterms due today, this one, and I've got another one later on. So for the longest time I was always using ballpoint pens, and the one I would use most of the time is the Uniball Jetstream pen, which is really good, but quite recently I actually converted to ink pen, and now that I've made the transition I really can't go back to using ballpoint pen. The reason I decided to switch to ink pens rather than ballpoint pens is because I was kind of getting hand cramps from writing quite a lot, especially in lectures when they're so fast paced and you've got like 70 slides each lesson, and trying to write it all down, it just makes your hands hurt so bad. And with ballpoint pen I feel like you have to put quite a lot of pressure to get the ink out of it, whereas in comparison ink pens, they just flow, and I've noticed I can write a lot more before my hands start to hurt a bit. So the pens that I've now been using literally non-stop for the past few weeks are the Uniball eye needle pens. They're amazing. They come in 4 different colours I believe, and I use the blue one for my notes because apparently studies have shown that if you write in blue ink as opposed to black ink, it actually does help in your memory, which I guess is why people also use colour in their notes as well to help trigger certain parts of your memory, so that's what I've been using. So it's quite a bit later on now and the time is 11 o'clock and I'm gonna have breakfast because I really didn't have time to have it earlier on. So these are some bread rolls that we baked yesterday, and this chicken and bacon filler is so good, so I'm gonna have that inside. This seems more like a lunch rather than a breakfast, but I guess it kind of is. Which one should I choose? I think I'm gonna go for this one because it looks bigger, so let's have that one. Perfect. A big generous helping. So you won't believe how excited I was when I saw this in Iceland the other day. It was literally I think £3, which is the same price as a normal smaller size, but how big is this container of hot chocolate? And this is like my favourite hot chocolate. I literally have it every day. So this is 750 grams, the normal one is 500 grams, so I'm gonna have some of this as well. Hello, so the time is now 1 o'clock and for the past how many hours I have been doing quite a lot of admin stuff, replying to lots of emails and getting a lot of things for work just kind of sorted out and all done. So now that that's finished, I am actually going to revise for the next midterm that I've got today, which I believe starts at 4 o'clock, and we've essentially got 1 hour to do it and then we have to submit it right after. And if I'm going to be honest with you, I am really quite nervous for this exam because we only get 1 hour to do it, and for all the other midterms and stuff that we've had quite a lot of time to prepare for it and do it. So I really hope it will go well. If you watched my previous vlog, you would have known that I got a ring light quite recently. It's right here, it's turned off at the moment, and I've been faffing around trying to make it work and playing around with the different settings, seeing if I prefer it cool tone or warm tone, and the brightness levels. You can make it brighter, you can make it dimmer, and I think it's quite good so far. The only concern that I have, which I didn't realise at the time when I bought it, was that this thingy in the middle, you can't take it off, and the way that I wanted to use it was to put my camera through the centre, of course, but now I've just got to kind of improvise to get this annoying middle thingy out of the way. But other than that, I think it's going quite well so far. Right now I'm going to do some practice questions for preparation for the exam. I had a go at some of the practice questions that my lecturer had put up on our learning portal, so I could kind of be a bit familiar with maybe what could come up on the exam. So I did quite a few different questions, and as you can see there's a lot of writing in green because those are all my corrections. Like, I literally barely even wrote in the blue pen, I was literally just correcting everything. What I normally tend to do is I'll have a go at a question and then right away I will check the answer to see if I've got it right, and if I haven't got it right, or even if I have got it right, I'll always write corrections so I know how to improve for next time. I don't always remember everything word for word, but it does really help in the process of at least trying to remember a little bit, because then the next time I look back at it I can think to myself, oh yeah, I remember these points and I remember that I missed out this point, and maybe it'd be more helpful if I talked about this rather than talking about something else which isn't even what the question is asking me to do. And there was a lot of mathematical calculations to do, which is why I'm using my trusty Casio ClassWiz calculator. And so I just had to go at a load of questions and kept going really until it was nearly time for the exam. But before the exam actually took place, I had a 1 hour lecture, so I went to that first.
Basically, I drop derivatives on the left and on the right, and what I have, of course, I have to add some constant of integration. You cannot just throw it away because you don't like it.
Okay, so now I have finished doing my midterm exam, so the second one that I had today, and it started at 4 o'clock. The time is now 4:40 and it's due at 6 o'clock to submit, because basically we have 1 hour to do the test and then 1 hour to submit it. But I'm just going to submit it now because I think I'm okay with it. I'm so much happier with this exam than I was with the first one that we had this morning. I feel like I actually kind of knew what to do in this one. So I'm going to submit it now and yep, hope for the best. And I should get a receipt from Turnton to my email saying that I've submitted it, so that would be good. Are you sure you want to submit your work for grading? Won't be able to make any more changes. I am sure I want to submit it. Thank you very much. Yes. After a long day, I like to wash my face, of course, because, you know, all that oil and dirt needs to be removed from the skin. So recently I've been using this skincare device, and essentially it comes with 4 different brush heads. So this is the one that I use most for washing my face. So this is how it looks, and it is an electric brush and it's quite good actually. So can you hear that? All you have to do is literally just wash your face like normal, put your normal cleanser / face wash, and then instead of just using your hands, after you've massaged it in, use this brush and it will do really good deep cleaning and doesn't hurt your skin at all. I use this about every other day because it is good for exfoliation, but I don't want to obviously over exfoliate my face. I mainly use this if I'm wearing makeup because it really does help to get all the foundation and all the stuff out of my skin. Today, however, I'm not really wearing much makeup at all. I'm just wearing a little bit of blush and a bit of lip balm, so I don't really need the most amount of cleansing, but I am going to use it. You can use the code Elvia and that will get you 70% off. I think today was probably one of the busiest days I've ever had in terms of doing work for university. Normally I only do about 2 to 3 hours of work a day, which I know is nowhere near enough as I should be doing, but today I nearly did 6 hours of work, so I was quite impressed with that. This was a lecture for quantum mechanics, so these are pre-recorded, so I just watched this and made notes as I went along. And yeah, honestly, every day differs. It's so different what I do day to day, but this was definitely a very, very, very busy day of online classes for me. Quite recently, I've really been getting into bullet journaling, so I thought I would crack open my bullet journal and fill in a few of the trackers that I'd written in. So I kind of do this every day to kind of just track my habits and behaviours and types of things like that. So first of all, I thought I'd record my wake time. I keep waking up really inconsistently, so I thought maybe I should keep track of the times I wake up to kind of see if there's a trend that I can see. And I've also got a study tracker to kind of motivate me to study a bit more, because I know I'm not studying anywhere as near as I should be. So recorded that one down, and today was definitely a very, very busy day. As you can see, each day varies, and usually my days are nowhere near as productive as today was. But yeah, if you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a thumbs up and also hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss any other videos, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!
My